What sets the rich apart from the poor? This question has intrigued many, including a young Robert Kiyosaki and his friend Mike. As boys in the 1950s, their minds buzzed with curiosity and ambition. They dreamed of wealth, unsure of the path to get there. Their entrepreneurial spirit led them to an unsuccessful endeavor of producing coins from melted toothpaste tubes. Seeking wisdom, they turned to their fathers. Robert's father, a well-educated man yet financially poor, offered the classic advice: go to school, study, and find a good job. This advice, while well-intentioned, pushes many into a relentless cycle of laboring for others, the government, bill collectors, and bosses. It's as if he was saying, join the rat race, work tirelessly for everyone but yourself. This mantra, ingrained deeply in societal expectations, leads many to avoid poverty, but not to amass wealth. Poor Dad's mantra, however, wasn't the only perspective young Robert was exposed to. Enter Mike's father, the rich dad, who offered a different perspective on wealth. Unlike the traditional advice Robert received from his own father, Mike's father proposed a unique deal. He extended an offer to the young Kiyosaki, promising to impart his wisdom about money and wealth, in exchange for Robert working for him at a paltry 10 cents an hour. With dreams of wealth and prosperity in his eyes, Robert agreed to the terms. However, after a few weeks of laborious work and feeling underpaid, he found himself at the brink of frustration. The promised lessons about money seemed to be non-existent. His dreams were crumbling, replaced by the bitter taste of exploitation. Feeling cheated and angry, Robert confronted his rich dad. His words echoed the feelings of betrayal. "You've exploited me long enough," he exclaimed, "and you haven't even kept your promise. You taught me nothing about money in all those weeks." But as the saying goes, every cloud has a silver lining. And this confrontation was no different. It was, in fact, the moment of revelation. The moment when the first financial lesson was unveiled. Mike's father, the rich dad, looked at Robert, his expression calm and a slight smile playing on his lips. He had been waiting for this moment, waiting for Robert to realize the harsh truth about money and wealth, waiting for Robert to understand that working for money was not the key to richness. And Robert did understand. The frustration, the anger, the feeling of being exploited, it all made sense. He had just learned that life often pushes you around. He had just learned that working for money was not the path to wealth. It was not the money he was working for, but the lessons he was learning, the experiences he was gaining, and the perspective he was developing. And so the first lesson was learned. Rich people don't work for money. But if the rich don't work for money, then how do they get wealthy? Now that's a question that baffles many. You might be imagining some grand, intricate scheme, or perhaps you're entertaining the thought of illicit activities. Some of you may even believe it's all down to sheer luck, like winning the lottery. Let's take a moment to dispel these misconceptions. Wealth isn't about discovering a hidden treasure or being the lucky 1 in a million lottery winner. It's not about underhanded deals or shady transactions. No, acquiring wealth is more about understanding the intricacies of money, knowing how it works, and leveraging it to your advantage. It's about making money work for you, instead of you working for money. It's about creating and maintaining assets that generate income, rather than relying solely on a paycheck. This, my friends, is the key difference between the rich and the poor. Stay tuned as we explore more lessons from the rich dad in our coming videos. In today's journey, we've uncovered the first key difference between the rich and the poor. We've followed the tale of a young Robert Kiyosaki, an ambitious boy with big dreams, who sought wisdom from two contrasting figures, his well-educated but poor dad, and his friend's financially savvy rich dad. This journey led Robert to an early, profound realization. The norm of study hard, get a good job, and you'll be wealthy was challenged. It was from his rich dad that he learned the truth. Rich people don't work for money. They don't join the rat race or work tirelessly for a paycheck that others benefit from more than they do. This lesson encourages us to re-examine our understanding of wealth and money. It prompts us to ask ourselves, are we working for money, or is our money working for us? Remember, rich people don't work for money. They work to learn, and they use money to work for them. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning.